Hi, I'm in San Diego. No, I'm just kidding. My name is Leslie Williams, and I'm in San Diego, California, and I'm taking a cigarette break, and then I'm going to be taking a lunch break. And I had no idea, really, why I act goofy on my videos. I think it's because I'm video shy. Excuse me, please. This video is what is known as a tidbit file. And what are tidbit files? Tidbit files are tidbits of information, sound bites, flashpoints, and so on and so forth. Now, the reason why I make these files is to help fellow San Diegans, fellow Americans, and citizens worldwide to understand the factual realities behind the technologies and the expeditions of organized stalking. Now, what we have to understand here is that there are hundreds of thousands right now of targets in the United States, at least. Excuse me, please. I'm drinking Coca-Cola over here, and I always get carbonated. Hey, where'd you get that shirt?
Huh?
Where'd you get that shirt?
Active.
Let me see. Anyways, okay. The reason why I'm making this video file, it's going to be short in its reference, but it's going to give you the gist of the idea of what my statements. In 2006, I was out here in San Diego. Excuse me. In 2006, I was out here in San Diego for 34 days. Now, the reason why I came back here to San Diego is because I knew the area, because I used to live out here between 83 and the middle of 84, and for a teeny bit in late 84, because I was a military wife out here. And so I became familiar with the area in reference to those particular calendar years, the 83 and 84. And as a result of being a target of organized stalking in Michigan, I decided that I could not shake them loose from me in Michigan, so I decided to come to California. They had already created homelessness in Michigan. Now, before I go on, I want people to understand this is a nationwide syndicate, and there's a manifesto online in reference to a person who hosts and manages the harassment that a target experiences along their routes. He went offline and typed in who they are, who they're connected to, what they're about, and who participates. You can find that manifesto by going to Google and typing in a gang stalking tech, everything you need to know. And it clearly states in this manifesto it's a nationwide syndicate. So what they do, so what I did was, as a result of what I was experiencing but did not yet have a name for it, any terminology to describe my experiences, which included electronic harassment, the computer to brain feedback loop, and remote neural monitoring. I did not have a name for any of this while I was experiencing it. I was literally being tortured in Michigan. And so I came out here in 2006, and I sent some emails to Amnesty International, the ACLU, and to a prosecutor in Wayne, Michigan. And in those emails, I described in part what happened to me in Dearborn, who was responsible for some of it in Michigan, and as well as making some statements in reference to what I was currently experiencing in San Diego, including Point Loma. And these emails were sent to a prosecutor in Michigan. And as a result of this, concerning some of the statements that I made in these emails, the San Diego police ended up appearing at my campsite. And as a result of direct physical methods that they engaged in directly towards me, that were literally manipulated and crafted for me, I made a decision based on what I experienced from them as a result of them crafting is what is known as a street theater in gang stalking expeditions, organized stalking expeditions. As a result of the staged crafted street theater, I was influenced to make a decision to go back to Michigan, where I was tortured for 4.5 years. From 2006, November 2006, all the way up until I came back out here in August of 2011. Since I had been back here in August of 2011 up to this very date, April 23rd, 2012, I have been gang stalked on a feverish scale from the second I got off the Greyhound bus all the way up to this date. And there's undisputable proof online at this time that I am a target of gang stalking, and I have literally proved that it is happening to me. Now, let's look at this. I've already made blogs and YouTube videos in reference to showing the public this evidence. It's already online. And there's blogs online that you can go to look at to witness the proof, the evidence. But this particular video is in reference to something I want you to think about. Think about this. In order for me to be gang stalked to San Diego in 2006, they had to know I was out here in 2006, which meant that I was gang stalked to here from Michigan in 2006. Okay, are you with me so far? Now, when I come back out here again on August 13th in 2011, I'm gang stalked from the second I get off the Greyhound bus, which meant the people, the syndicate here in San Diego, was told that I was arriving. Okay. Now, in order for that to occur, the people in the previous state had to have notified the syndicate here in this state, which meant that I was gang stalked to that state. That state, Connecticut, I was gang stalked in from Michigan, which shows the duration of this crime. Now that I have undisputable, tangible, physical proof that I am being gang stalked here in San Diego, undisputable proof, flat out, then it shows the crime is occurring towards me here in San Diego. As a result of it happening here, they had to know that I was here. Who briefed the syndicate here that I was here again from August 13, 2011 up to this date, April 23, 2012. As a result of experiencing it again here, the syndicate that is here was briefed that I arrived, which meant that I was gang stalked to here from Connecticut. And since I was gang stalked in Connecticut, and blogs were written in Connecticut as I was experiencing the gang stalking, it proves that I was gang stalked from Michigan to Connecticut. Now, since now this proof has been established online, it flat out proves I was being gang stalked in Michigan, because this Connecticut syndicate had to know who I was in order to initiate the gang stalking there, and the Connecticut syndicate notified the San Diego syndicate where I was going. So, as a result of literally proving this physical proof that's tangible in its physical integrity and is tangible in its existence, proves that I've been gang stalked throughout the whole duration of this crime in 3 different states. These 3 mentioned states, which proves the duration of this crime, the heinous nature of this crime, who's involved in this crime, and the fact that the crime is occurring. Undeniable, physical, tangible proof. Cannot be disputed by a lie. So my name is Leslie Williams. The San Diego police are directly involved in this crime. And so are members of the District Attorney's Office, Prosecutor's Office, Internal Affairs. It's organized crime within the system. So how do I expose the evidence in order to be able to get these people who are involved in these crimes prosecuted? That's one of the main reasons why I expose this crime to the public. So the public can understand the heinous nature of this crime, the duration of the crime, what's happened to me, who's involved, how it's protected, and how it's continued as a result of my emails being intercepted from public libraries, USD, Point Loma Public Library, and SDSU. So when we come to understand the factual realities of these expeditions, we can understand that the people involved are nothing more than common criminals. Who go after single women, single mothers, people on disability, the elderly. You would not believe what I know, okay? And they're going to do everything and anything in their ability by using their syndicated members within the system, white and blue collar workers, police officers, firefighters, doctors in nearby hospitals. The manifesto clearly states who they are: judges, lawyers, doctors, police officers, firefighters. They're syndicated to organized street crime. They're going to do everything in their power positions to make sure that the neighborhood and the community in the neighborhood, as far as businesses, universities, libraries, they're going to make sure that all my communications are rerouted and intercepted so I cannot get no help, and so exposure is hindered. So the crime can continue, so the original objective can be executed. In other words, carried out, which is human trafficking, sexual servitude rings, and all types of crimes. And another point I want to make here, there's at least 2 other known targets in San Diego. Go to YouTube and type in Norm, N-O-R-M, Wicks. Him and his son are being gang stalked. They're both on disability. And another woman by the name of Sylvia L. Morillas. She's also another target in San Diego. So, at the end of the day, these institutions and the members in the government are going to want to protect their jobs, their involvement in it, what they've done, how they participated in it, how they've used their actual employment descriptions that are paid for by your tax dollars to keep a learning disabled woman in these types of expeditions, and what is happening to me with the electronic harassment, the remote neural monitoring, the computer to brain feedback loop, and the organized stalking is flat out torture. There's literally no other word for it. So stay tuned to the comments in the YouTube video. This is going to be a YouTube video, and so pay attention to the comments of this YouTube video for updates in reference to not only proofs, but information that will help you, supportive information that will help you see that these expeditions are going on, and the resources and assets and participants in reference to these expeditions. San Diego, California, April 23rd, 2012.